Hello, welcome. Episode 43, still on dynamic mechanics episode that we are doing. And this episode, we want to pick weight in a lift, that is, weightless motion in a lift. So you can just text when you find yourself in a lift. You can see when the lift is going down, the kind of weight you possess, and then when the lift is coming up. You can see that when the lift is going down, you feel a little bit lighter. When the lift is traveling downward, you feel a little bit lighter. And when the lift also begin to move up, you gained a lot of weight, as in you feel a lot heavier than your usual weight. That is the kind of applications we want to look at when we are dealing with movement of body in a weight. Not only in a weight, but hanging of a weight or a body on a spring, which is also an example of what? The upward and the downward movement. Already, as a recap, we know that a weight of a body is just the force of gravity acting on that body. So basically, the weight is just the mass of the body times is what? Gravity. Acceleration due to what? Gravity. Now, we also have what we call apparent what? Weight. If we are dealing with lift, motionless in what? Or weightlessness in what? In a lift. We can say that what a weighing scale, when you are standing on the weighing scale, what a weighing scale read. The reading of a weighing scale is what we call the apparent what? Weight. Or better still, we can say the normal reaction force. The normal reaction force the lift floor exert on the body. Remember, all we are doing under dynamics, we talk about when a body is placed on the surface also exerts a force on the body upward called the normal reaction. So the normal reaction is more or less like the apparent weight, the weight that we can read on a scale. That is the apparent weight. So in this tutorial, we'll be using R to represent the apparent weight, which is more or less like a normal reaction. In other materials, you can see W will forward superscript A to mean that that is the apparent weight. So if we are taking this as a weight, in this case, I'm talking to you, so this is your weight, standing in a lift. You see that when you stand in a lift, your body is going to exert a kind of force, which is this weight, on the floor of the lift. So this is your weight. Your weight is acting downward, whilst the floor also exerts a force on you, which is a normal the force exerted by what? The floor on the body. That is the apparent weight, which is a normal reaction. Now, the moment the body, the lift begin to move up, which means there must be a particular force applied. You know, a force is push or what? A pull. There should be a particular force applied to lift the lift, including you, up. So in this case, you can say that there's a combination of what? Force that we are going to deal with. A particular force that will be able to lift you up or down with the lift. Or there will be a force of gravity acting on you. There will be a force of gravity acting. So if the body is moving up, remember, as it moves up this way, you are feeling a lot what? Heavier than usual. So the upward movement here, we are having this minus this equals to the force that is going to be applied. So the normal reaction exerted by the floor of the lift minus your own weight equals to that particular force, that particular external force that is causing the movement of the lift. So we can say that we have R minus the mg equals what? That force which is using the acceleration. The g is the force of gravity already available on the earth. The a is the acceleration of the body, the movement of the lift that is moving. So if this is what we can deduce, we can say that as the body move up, this is going to be feeling a lot what? You are feeling a lot of being heaviness that is going to be in you. So the upward movement here minus this will be equal to the force that will propel the two of you out. You can see if this transpose to this place, it becomes positive, right? So the conditions we are going to apply here for the fact that the lift can go up or down. So if the lift is stationary, that is, the lift is not moving, or is moving with a constant velocity, that simply means that the acceleration, not due to gravity, but the acceleration is going to be what? Zero. So if the acceleration is zero, then it means that this force, or this particular force is going to be zero. Therefore, the normal reaction minus the weight equals to zero, making the normal reaction equals to the weight of the body. Equals to what? The weight of that body. So when we have stationary lift, your normal reaction or the apparent weight is going to be the same as the weight of the body. All right. Then if the lift accelerating upward, just like what we are demonstrating here, when it is accelerating upward, that means the acceleration is going to be bigger than zero. It's going to be bigger than zero. So there's going to be an external force available. Then we can have what we are having here. This is moving here, making your normal reaction equals to the mg plus what? Ma. Looking at the common factor is m. If you take m out, you'll be left with what? G plus a. No need to memorize this. You can ignore this also. Begin with this, then transform into this form. In order, if you factorize, the calculation becomes a lot simpler because the mass is going to be used only once. So this is when the lift is moving upward. So the only visual explanation we can give is that as this is moving up, we are beginning with this with subtraction. So this minus this equals to the force applied. All right. Then if the lift begin to move down, let's say we have the body, then the normal reaction, the weight of the body is also acting down, then the lift is now moving what? Downward. Now the lift is moving downward here, as in the accelerating down. We take that acceleration as what? Negative. That acceleration that the body is moving down as negative. So if you pick at negative, the same concept can be done. But here we are saying that as this is moving down, then this particular force become bigger than this. So I'll be having mg minus normal reaction equals to what? This force. So what happened? If this goes here, it becomes positive. When this comes here, it becomes negative, meaning mg, ma, r. The m are the same. So if you factorize the m out, you should be left with g minus what? A. So this is the concept we want to bring out. The key point to take is the movement of the lift upward and what? Downward. When it is downward, this is what is going to happen. It's downward, we are beginning with the weight. You see, when it's downward, it becomes what? Lighter. So this minus this equals to the force propelling you down. If it is moving upward, you are a lot heavier. So this minus this equals to the force what? Applying to you. Now, in cases whereby we can have weightlessness, that there is no weight of the body experience, that moment we can say that if there is no weight that the body is experiencing, we can also look at that as the acceleration due to gravity is now equals to the force of gravity. You see, when we take the d1 as weight. If you pick the weightlessness, here we can pick our acceleration equals to what? The gravity. If acceleration due to gravity is the same, it's in the sense of moving downward, okay? If it is moving downward, then your normal reaction become mg minus a, which is also going to be g. So the whole of this become what? Zero. So the point where we can say that the normal reaction is zero is where we have the weightlessness. That is the point at which the body begin to float. I guess the concept is understood. I would like to add questions, but we will do that in the next episode since the video is getting to 10 minutes and above. I guess the concept, the takeaway is the weight of the body, the then the apparent weight, and the movement up and down. I did mention in the beginning that we can also relate this into tension in a spring. If you are using tension, then your normal reaction become a tension, since this is going to be a spring. So you'll be referring to the spring moving up, the weight moving down, or in the sense that the spring is also moving down as compared to the movement of the lift. The same concept. The only thing is the R changes to T, and all other dimension parameters remain what? The same. I believe at this point you are good with me. Come back as we take question to test this hypothesis. Subscribe if you have not. Like, share, comment, and bye bye.